Hello guys, welcome back to my class. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use one of the predefined functions, which is toupper, to solve some applications. Alright, so look at this question first. You are required to write a C++ program that reads a string, okay, from the user, and then you have to convert the string to the uppercase. Okay, so let's understand the question first. Okay, you have to get the user input. Okay, for instance, the user key in hello, and then your program is able to help to convert all of the char here to the big letter hello. Okay, and then done, you have to ask again, do you have any other string to convert? If yes, then please key in the second string, maybe word. So help to convert the second char until the user key in no, I don't want to continue. Then it will stop the program, stop, and terminate the program. This is the requirement, understand first. Alright, so this is my expected output. Enter a sentence, hello world. The converted sentence in uppercase is hello world. Do you want to continue? If the user key in yes, if the user key in either small yes or big yes, it will continue. Okay, else it will terminate the program. Alright. Okay, so what are the techniques that you have to use? If you look at this requirements. Okay, you convert at least one string. You convert at least one string first. Then only you ask the questions. Do you want to continue? Which means that you work. Okay, your program works at least one time. So in this case, you have to use do while loop. You execute at least one time. Okay, this is the first technique, and this is also an event control loop. So we use sentinel value because we don't have an exact value to number of iteration to stop our looping. No, we use event control. As long as the user key in yes, we have to continue until the user key in no. Okay, it's controlled by the user, so we call it as an event control looping. The user key no, then we will stop. So based on what? Based on this sentinel value, is a special value to stop the looping. Okay, so another technique that you have to consider is this. If the user key, no matter is small y or big Y, it will continue. Alright, so we have to do some processing. Alright, I will show you later. So once we understand the requirements, okay, you have to go to the second step. Plan your works. What is your flowchart? Alright, always start with this terminal, start, and then you have to print, okay, what is the key in a string maybe, okay, and then the user key in with the user input, and then the next step is we are going to set your index to 0. Why do we need this index? Remember, as I mentioned just now, okay, if let's say the user key in hello, this is the string, basically it's an array of char, and each of the elements here are given index value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we cannot convert the string in one shot. No, we cannot do that. We have to convert letter by letter. We done this one, and then we move to the next letter, move to the next letter, and so on until the last letter. So in this case, we have to use for loop. In for loop, there are three conditions you have to identify, right? The initial conditions. Initial condition is your index here, so I set with 0. What is your check condition? Your check condition is as long as I is less than the size of your string, then it will continue. And then what is your update conditions? Your update condition is going to add 1 for your index. Every time you run the I, you convert the I to big H, then you have to add 1. Index 1 now, and then you convert into big E. You continue as long as it's less than the size, then you have to add 1, become index 2, HL, L until the last index, and then you add 1. You become 5. Is it 5 less than the size of the string? No. Then it will come up from the loop. Alright. Okay, so your conditions. As long as I less than the size of the string, then it will just proceed to convert. Start with the conversion. Okay, and then you have to add 1 plus 1. As long as it's less than the size, it will continue until the last index. So our next question is, our next step is going to display. Right? If you follow the flow chart, you have to display the string. Okay, the converted string here, the converted string in the uppercase is hello world. Alright, and then you have to ask, do you want to continue? Do you want to continue? Okay. So another conditions. As long as the conditions is a variable is not equal to your sentinel value, not equal to n, okay, then we will continue. We will continue. Continue the process. Ask the user key in another string. Then we will repeat the process to convert our lowercase to uppercase, to convert our string to the uppercase. Okay, until the user key no. Okay, I don't want to continue. If I don't want to continue, you will just terminate and the program. Okay, so once you have come up with the details of flowchart here, now we'll move on to our third step, which is program writing. Alright. So again, how to write your code? You have to based on your flowchart and some C++ syntax. Okay, come to our coding part. Alright, so how to start? Okay, as user, you have to using namespace standard. Then this is the do while loop, so I put do while loop. This is the do while loop. Alright, so if you follow the flowchart, you have to ask the user to key in input, and then read the input, and then store inside the text. So this is the variable, so I have to include this string text. So since I'm using a string, so I have to include this library string. Alright, and then if follow the flowchart, I have to initialize the index. So I have to create this int equal to 0. Alright, so here, as long as the index is less than the size, letter is less than the size, right, then it will start to convert. Remember what is the predefined function to convert a small child to uppercase? You have to use this to upper. Alright, so convert letter by letter. and then you have to increase your index. So the converted sentence in the uppercase is so your content of the text. So now here, do you want to continue? Continue or not? So you have to ask the conditions. So this is another variable, so we include this variable here. Char condition, either yes or no. Alright. So if let's say the user key in yes, alright, so you have to convert. If let's say the user key in small letter of y, so you have to convert to the uppercase, small y, and then you update the condition become big Y. Alright, and then check as long as the condition is not equal to no. So this is another variable. So sentinel equal to no. As long as it's not equal to n, yeah, you will just repeat the same process. It's follow the flowchart. Else, you will terminate. Terminate the process. Okay. Maybe you can add one line. Program terminated. Okay. Edit. So double check. Alright. If no errors here, then we have to run our program to check whether there is an error or not. Okay, now I try my program, enter a sentence, I put hello. So the converted sentence in uppercase is hello, yes. So do you want to continue? So I put in, let's say, small y. So enter a sentence, it will convert this y, small y to big Y lah, and then check whether it's not equal to the sentinel value. If true, I enter another string here, word. Okay, so I click yes. Big Y or small y also same. Alright, until I click no. So it will terminate the program. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this video and I will see you in the next class.